Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7, back again with another view from the van, previewing this weekend's game against Leicester City at St James's Park, and a game I'm looking very much forward to. And on the back of 3 points against Wolves, another 3 points against Brendan Rodgers' European conquering. It looks like Leicester City team will put Newcastle under 37 points, and you've got to think at 37 points, we always talk about the magic 40, but generally mid-30s do enough just to be able to stay up. But 37 points with another home game against Palace then following, the potential is to get to that magic 40. It's a huge carrot, it's a huge incentive surely to the players. They've had a week to prepare for this game, or just over, where Leicester, as I touched on before, they're coming off the back of a triumph in Holland, 2-1. They won and they knocked out PSV, progressing through to the semi-finals in Europe. So, you know, you've got to think really for them, are they going to finish much higher in the league than what they are? Will the attention, even if it is just a little bit, be more on the European competition than it is for Premier League? This could be a fantastic opportunity for Newcastle to be able to pounce, fresher, more hungrier, something to play for, a determination to go at it. Everything points to a Newcastle United victory, but Leicester are a bogey side of ours. I think it was last time we beat these, was it? I think it was about 7 years ago. Overton, that ball mentalist, which from one ball mentalist to another is quite a compliment. But yeah, Overton struck, didn't he? And we just don't seem to do very well against these. Last time out in the reverse fixture, we were absolutely and utterly fucking done up. Absolutely done up. And we don't want any of that. So preparation, focus, we've got to be on it from the first moment. We've got to be using the full width of the pitch. We've got to be tiring these lads out. Any trick of the trade, and again, like against Wolves, it's all about the result at the end of the day. Move on to 37 points and we can breathe a little bit easier again in the league. Hopefully once more results go for us, but we've already got a nice 10-point lead over crisis club Burnley, who today, in what has to be described as a heads gone moment, have sacked Sean Dyche at this point in the season. A man who has kept Burnley in the Premier League for a decade, and they get rid of the bloke when he would have been probably best placed to get them up again next season if they were to go down. I don't understand it. Big Sam is being linked with a fucking job. Really? I'd rather have Sean Dyche all day long than Big fucking Sham, because a sham he most certainly fucking is. I wouldn't want him anywhere near my football club, I'll tell you that for now. Rafa Benitez, I think, is being linked, but surely that's a joke. That's got to be a joke. Purely that's just Liverpool fans looking at it and thinking, well, if he goes there and keeps Burnley up, that relegates Everton and he'll have completed the agent job. I just can't see it. I cannot see Rafa Benitez going to Turf Moor. It's just not a combination that you would expect. No, it just can't be. It's going to be somebody like Big Sham, who's come in for a small window to see them over, to tide them over until they can get to the summer and recruit. And this just reeks of new owners coming in. I think they've got American owners now and not having a fucking clue about the club and stuff. And we're at Newcastle now, we've got to connect between the ownership and the fans. Surely that cannot be the case at Burnley. We've had absolute madness decision for them. I mean, it's great for us. 10 points the gap. The calibre of names that are being linked, you can't help but just think they've just signed their own relegation futures off, can you? It just doesn't seem good. But look, from a Newcastle's perspective, let's hope that the results go our way. The teams down there lose, we get the victory and pull further away from trouble, and set ourselves up for the third home game in a row after the recent adventures on the road for another win and seal the deal and look forward to what will be an exciting summer, no doubt about it. And we're not talking about ripping up 25 players' contracts and starting again and spending hundreds of millions, but look, to be linked to a whole host of young, exciting players with massive potentials, a la Bruno Guimaraes, it will do me all day long. It's evolution rather than revolution. But getting back to this weekend's game, we have got a few knocks that Eddie Howe has touched upon in his press conference. Ryan Fraser, he's talked about, has got a small issue that's going on. It forced him off against Wolves, so I cannot see him over fucking Sundays in being risked for this weekend. To be honest, Eddie, I think, likes to play things on the cautious side, so I can't imagine him being involved for this game. I think there's an outside chance at most he'll be involved against Crystal Palace and Patrick Vieira when he comes to St James's Park next week. So yeah, no chance, I don't think, of him being involved. Joe Willock, though, he has been in training all week. Sean Longstaff, I was going to get in though, but I'll leave him for the next bit. I'll tell you, totally ad-lib these, totally off the top of my head. But yeah, Joe Willock, he's been back in training all week, done great. He is available for this game, so that's another option for the midfield, which is crowded. It really is. There's lots of different possibilities and combinations that you can go with in the middle, but Joe Willock is back, he's fit, he's raring to go. Speaking about two of our more long-term injury absentees, and Callum Wilson, he's hitting dummies in goal at the moment. No, it's not little wee arms. It's not. Carl was very naughty for putting that picture up on the Facebook. Yeah, but it's great to see Callum Wilson back at the training ground, out on the pitches, and he is slowly but surely getting back to fitness after he suffered the injury against Manchester United last year. It was. He's been missing for what feels like an eternity, and boy, could we do with him back, just to give some different options up top. And speaking about, again, long-term injuries, we've had Kieran Trippier. He was spoken about today during the press conference. He's ahead of schedule. That's really, really fantastic to be able to hear. Again, he's out and about, he's running on the grass. And there's still thought, I've heard Lee Ryder speaking today as well about it, he still believes that he will be back this month. So that is absolutely fantastic. And again, got to be a massive lift to see somebody, England right back of that quality. Definitely a potential Newcastle, definitely he's going to be, isn't he? Newcastle United captain. He's captain material at the moment, but I think he's going to be future NUFC captain. Coming back very, very shortly. Seeing him on the pitches, and it's going to push on Javier Manquillo and Emil Kraft as well, because they know they have got major competition coming up for that right back spot any time shortly. So again, going to be back available this month for us, and he's going to help with the running, get his fitness, get his everything else back up to where it needs to be, ready for next season. It's going to be a massive, exciting season. I can't wait for it to come round. Again, he touched on a few things also about next season in his press conference. He's not wanting to talk too much, he's just literally game by game, but he discussed Sean Longstaff. Discussions are going on still between the club and Sean, trying to iron out the details for a new long-term deal. Eddie spoke very glowingly about Sean Longstaff, and I think it's important. I think when fans look at it, and certainly how I'm looking at it, is look, you do need a fantastic first team, but you also need a squad. And I think with Sean Longstaff, you've got a player who can come in there. And again, doesn't mind sitting on the bench sometimes, will play, can come in and will give his all for the shirt. Local lad, understands the club, the philosophy, the culture and stuff. And again, going back to what I was talking about before, and talking about the fact that it's not a revolution, it's evolution. You can't just get rid of everybody and start again because of all these fucking financial shenanigans that they put in place. Well, unless you're Everton, of course. Unless you're Everton, but that's a totally and utterly different subject, isn't it? For the fucking Merseyside Magpies. But yeah, he's talking about, look, we've got to do it, but we've got to do it in the right financial system. We're looking at quality over quantity. We're looking for players who can improve, but there will be team players. And yeah, again, he was very high on Sean Longstaff staying. He wants Sean Longstaff to stay. I'd imagine Sean Longstaff would also want to stay. He's from 15 minutes down the road from St James's. who wouldn't want to be involved? Who wouldn't want to be involved in what's going on at St James's Park at the moment? And you know, a more than decent option to be able to have there. And again, a player who's getting better under the guidance of our new manager, as opposed to that piss flapper we had previously, the fucking Werther's original man. So again, if we can get Sean Longstaff up to what he was, say, under Rafa Benitez, absolutely fantastic. What an option to be able to have at the club. And again, midfield, the battle is going to be so intense for those 2 or 3 positions going into the squad for next season, with obviously John Joe playing the form of his life, Joe Linton in there, Bruno in there. That's before you get to the likes of Isaac Hayden, who there's a decision to be able to be, you know, to be made on. But yeah, I can't wait. But before we can get to these exciting times, and before we can get to reshaping the squad, and again, he talked about players coming and going, we've got to get these points on the board. And Leicester are dangerous because we just don't seem to do very well against them. But look, I'm looking forward to the game, travelling back up again, another 240-mile round trip, but you do it, and it's been like London buses, hasn't it? We had no match at home for a month, and now we've got 3 in the space of like, what, 2 and a bit weeks. It's great, it's frenetic. They're coming at you so quickly, these matches. And yeah, there's only Klopp who's whinging about that, and I want to touch on that actually now you know, towards the end of the video. I see Klopp's come out and he's bitching and he's fucking whining again. And you know, I understand it's far from ideal for you to have to play every 2 days, 3 days. But look, Newcastle had that not too long ago. We had that when we had to catch up these games because of the Christmas situation with COVID and stuff. And we had away game after away game after away game. And yeah, it's far from good, but that's what the squad is there for. And if Newcastle's squad has to manage with it, then I'm sure Liverpool's, with all that money and all the success and all the Champions League revenue and everything else that's gone to building that, can manage. But it just seems to me, Jurgen Klopp, he likes a fucking wine. He likes wine more than that cow would fucking taste the bugger on the TV. You know? He needs just to get on with the games. Yes, it's not great. Yes, it's not ideal. In the perfect world, you play once every week. But that is the thing. When you're a successful club, you're going to get it more and more and more as you go balls deep in these fucking competitions. So stop whining. I'd fucking love Newcastle to be fucking balls deep in one competition, to be thinking about winning it, let alone all the fucking competitions that they're still in. So stop whining about it and just fucking play the game. Goodness bastard me. It just, little things like that, it fucking grinds my gears. You paid millions, you've got the best facilities, you've got the sports scientists, you've got everything. You live a fantastic fucking life. You've travelled around and you chauffeured around first class. Apologies there, technical gremlins. Yeah, but fuck that. Like I say, these football managers and the likes whining about having to play a game of football, have to fly around first class, have all the top facilities, hotel rooms and all 5-star. Just shut the fuck up and get in the real world and think before you fucking engage in your mouth. And speaking of which, I will fucking do the same. Get back to the game against Leicester this weekend. I am confident. I think we are capable of winning. I think it's going to be tight. I think we have to be respectful. I think we have to be all over them like a fly around shit. But I am going for a Newcastle victory. And I think, yeah, I can see maybe a 2-1. Possibility that Jose Perez starts against Newcastle. That'll be interesting. It hasn't gone well for him, has it? At all since he's gone there. 2 minutes of league action this year. He's only had, I think, 3 starts over the space of a campaign, but no Jamie Vardy. That's a big relief. But they have got the likes of is it Maddison and stuff, who always seems to play well against us. So yeah, we've got to be at our top game. We've got to be at our A game, and again hope that everything else plays slightly into our advantage, and Newcastle come up with the 3 points. Like I touched on before, Newcastle 2 points ahead of what we were in the previous campaign. So if we can get these 3 points, that'll help very, very much indeed. We've got some tough games coming up after this run of home games, so it's important that we get the points on the board now. No excuses, no mess ups, nothing like that at all. And I think that's it. So yeah, massive game, sold out as ever at St James's Park. All the games are getting sold out at the moment. Positive, feel good factor. Looking forward to seeing what war flags are going to do inside the stadium. Hopefully nobody else nicks any of the fucking flags. That would be bastard nice. They're there, paid for the fans, and then not to stick at home in your garden on top of the fucking shed, man. Come on, don't fucking do it. And if you have done it previously, get the flags, take them back to St James's Park this weekend, and don't do it again. You're being bloody told, you're being warned. Come on. The difference that they have made to the atmosphere at St James's Park, it can't be underestimated. It was again a special atmosphere against Wolves, and it's pushing the players on to perform better, to get better results and everything. So please just leave them there. Yeah, wave them to your heart's content when you're inside the ground. Use them, that's what they're there for, but don't take the bastard piss. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, I think we're going to win. I want to go 2-1. I reckon it's going to be one of them games. Not many goals in it, so it's important that the goals are Newcastle's, most definitely. Let me know what you think the score is going to be down below. What formation? Will we change formation? Will we stick with the same team that done the business against Wolves? Who comes in, though, for Ryan Fraser? Is it Miggy? Is he given the opportunity? His agent's over for the moment with talks for the club. I think he's a little bit unhappy about his game time, his position in the squad. Is it him who gets the opportunity, or is it Jacob Murphy or somebody else? And another. Could be maybe, I don't know, somebody like a Matt Ritchie getting a bit of a wild card surprise move back into his normal regular place before he was converted to a left wing back. So yeah, let me know who's going to come in for that role. Any other changes that you think are going to get made? Will Jamal Lascelles get some action, some game time? I don't know. Let me know what you think down below, and in the meantime, take care, keep it tuned. Don't be stuck in fucking roadworks like me on a bank holiday, and I'll speak to you later.